We're going. Here we go. Welcome to, drumroll please, T&C D&D. It is the Top Hats and Canes official D&D campaign. I am, of course, your master of ceremonies, though not master of dungeons. Haha. I am CEO, VP, EVP of T&C, tophatsandcanes.com. My name is Liam D. Gillies, and I am the creative director, genius entrepreneur, and handsomest man involved in Top Hats and Canes. These other handsome men are also involved in all the great podcasts you listen to. Let's go around the board, which as I can see, starting with, of course, the one and only Matt Hensman of Motorhead Monthly. How you doing, Matt Hensman?
Yeah, we're all right.
Matt Hensman is, of course, the co-host of the Motorhead podcast, the only Motorhead podcast on the internet in which myself and Matt listen to a Motorhead album once a month. Where we ran out of material pretty quick for that, so we started doing other stuff besides. And the treasures we found! The treasures we found!
Yeah, we found shit there.
We found a Motorhead game on the Amiga, and that's going to be in an upcoming episode. The Eat the Rich movie was one of my favorite things. Matt, are you still the biggest Wurzel fan in the world?
I've got the Leader of Down t-shirt what Tim gave us, and
big fan of the wares. Or the
Motorhead. The LP there as well. What else is there? Oh, there's all sorts of crap in it.
And also joining us today is the actual master of ceremonies. They call him the Dungeon Master. He is Matt Holland of the Danny Trio Fan Podcast and the internet's favorite podcast on The Big Show, and his acting career in one specific show that he is in, The Big Show Show. It's The Big Show co-host, Matt Holland. How are you doing, Matt?
We don't talk about The Big Show. I think I left a part of my soul within that podcast, and I don't think it's coming back.
Oh, man, if you want to listen to two people watching a terrible sitcom on Netflix
while slowly losing their minds. I mean, by the end of it, I'm not being funny. My brain was just pudding, like literal pudding. I was like Donald Trump in there, just like, it's just, I'm the best at watching Big Show. The greatest words.
Did Big Show get a second season?
I believe
it's got crossovers, and we're definitely gonna have to do them, aren't we?
Oh, Christ.
This is my life now. This is like when they said when I was born, you will face a great curse in your life. This is what they were talking about.
Netflix did a special season of things that was related to some sports dealy, and it was just all their exclusive sitcom shows, like the Big Show Show and the Fluffy Angelius Show, whatever that dude is. And they just put them up without telling anyone, and I just found it the other day, and it's like, there's another episode! Yeah!
I just cried for I think 2 days straight.
Yeah.
It's not fun. So I'm gonna plug my own stuff now. I've got screw it. I also write stories for MattHollandAuthor.com, the only website that seems to pop in and out of existence like magic. It's got stuff every month. It's pretty fun, and they're all free. So
Matt Holland, is that your actual wall we're looking at with the maniac scrawlings stuck to it with either glue or semen, or is that just a clever
It's a little from column A, little from column B. What people don't know about is the background of my website is that front ways, and this is just what goes on behind everything. So every time you go on my website, I'm just there behind that wall of paper, not masturbating, but
not always.
Having fun, someone has to stick these things up to the wall.
Wonderful stuff. Also, Quinny is here. Anyway, moving on.
Now, I'm gonna request time here because you introduce yourself as the CEO and the VP, but I pay for half of that website. That's got to make me at least the CEO.
Do you have anything in writing?
I have receipts.
Yeah. But are they to the T&C executive account, or are they just some guy?
They're just some guy, but that doesn't matter.
He is the co-VP of T&C. He is Paul Edward Quinn?
No.
That was a shot in the dark. Paul Quinn of Edquiring Minds. The most beloved podcast on the internet that no one ever heard.
It's so fucking good, though.
Some of
It's
it's
good.
really good. Some
I
of it is
stand by
really
a
good.
whole lot of those episodes. The
I do
llama
enjoy that one.
The Llama
the
one's
one was
fantastic.
excellent.
Please go check out Edquiring Minds, people.
Yeah.
It's a really good show. And also, Matt Holland, Matt Hensman, Paul Quinn, all very generously lended their vocal talents to the Jon Catch
This is true.
podcast, the post-apocalyptic neo-noir British sci-fi detective series available on iTunes, Spotify, and tophatsandcanes.com. A show that some people called Better Than I Expected.
Good review.
It's the only review I got.
That's, pleasantly surprised is still, pleasant. Glass is half full.
Well, that's a lot of plugins. Shall we get on with this?
Let's
Let's do it.
Okay. Should we just, for the record, say before we roll, and there's not a lot of D&D experience from the players here, so,
0 in some cases.
0 in Matt's case.
0 from me, but I've played a lot of Cthulhu, so
Transferable. But Matt will guide us through as the genius he is.
I've been playing D&D for 20 odd years now. Last time I DM'd was like 5 years ago, and I've never really DM'd 5th edition before, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for both of us. I'm also terribly, terribly bad at improv, so I'll just probably freeze up a lot.
Into the unknown.
Let's do Excelsior.
Excelsior!
You guys want to introduce your characters, or?
Obviously, yes. I am role-playing the role of the... What am I again? Am I a rogue?
Yeah.
I didn't get far.
Who am I? What's going on?
Well, because I wanted to be like a warrior or something, and Matt was like, well, it's going to cut down on chances to do stuff. And I was like, fine, just make... As long as I can be Michelle Rod-Riguez, I'm fine with whoever I am. So I am Michelle Rod-Riguez. That's my character name and my description. But not Michelle Rod-Riguez from any old movie. Michelle Rod-Riguez from Machete, especially the third act of Machete, when she's running around in like the leather and the bra and the eye patch. I'm a hot Latina and I'm a rogue. No, well, does she get like leather pants and an eye patch at the end of that movie? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, no, neither have I.
Maybe I should. She herself made fun of that movie, so I think it's fun for us to watch it now.
It's fine. Yeah, she's not going to sue us. It's fine. She's got better things to do with her time.
I don't know, man. If someone told her, hey, there's some nerds in Liverpool role-playing you in a game of D&D, she might go, what? I need to check that out. Big fan of your work, Michelle. Big fan of your work. Okay.
It's an homage.
Matt Hensman, who are you?
I am Joe. Okay, we'll call it Snaggletooth after.
Oh, yes, after the fucking guy.
Yeah. So he's a noble barbarian, half-orc, and that's pretty much all I know.
He's going to find the character as he goes.
Discover Snaggletooth as you play him.
We'll make up his backstory as we go along.
Yeah, let's say, it's fine.
Quinny, who are you?
I am playing a high elf by the name of Badge. I am proficient in the magic and the talking of two animals. And I also have a deeply religious background, which I am going to say I've become disillusioned with the church and its teachings. So I'm on like a quest to kind of reconnect with what it means to be a religious person in this world of Dungeons and/or Dragons.
And/or Dragons.
Good stuff. I'm looking forward to this because I've spent the last few months rewriting some sci-fi stuff, and then I did the Jon Catch podcast as well. I've done nothing but sci-fi all year.
Let's get medieval, bitches.
Adventure.
Okay. So, as we established, you all met at Jenny's party. You had a really good time.
That Jenny.
And you all...
Jenny's a freak.
After a few drinks, decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to form an adventuring party. No, we're definitely going to do it this time. We're definitely going to do it. And the next morning, you woke up hungover, like, oh, we have to do that adventuring party thing. I hate this. And then, but then you discovered that you're the town that you all live in, Dewfield. There's just no adventure. Like every time you got a quest, like some like other adventurers just swooped in and just took it out for you. It was just so frustrating. But you heard rumors about a boat called the Crimson Otter, which was setting sail for Adder's Fork far to the west, and you just heard it's full of rich idiots with deep pockets and the sort of problems that can really only be solved by adventurers. So they've got goblins and gnolls and gribblies all attacking them and shit all the time.
Did you make those last two up?
Maybe I didn't. You'll find out. So you figure that's a good place to start. So you set sail aboard the Crimson Otter. You get your ticket sorted. You get yourself set up in a little cabin on the lower deck. First thing you notice is that it's fucking tiny. Like, there's barely enough room to put all your gear in. There's just like 3 like net like hammocks to sleep in. So like you're all set up in this tiny cramped room, little hammocks.
So we're all 3 of us sharing this one room.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm entering the room and Badge the elf is already there, and I'm like, Brian. Badge. Oh yeah, from Jenny's thing. We're here. We're here. You know, because I wasn't gonna come, but and then I thought, what? Literally push the boat out once in a while, Badge.
I haven't had a vacation in so long.
And it's good to take care of yourself, isn't it? And if we get some, plundering in while we're out here, all the better. All the better. All the better. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put my stuff on the top bunk. You don't mind, do you?
Well, I think there's only one bunk.
Well, my stuff's on it now, so...
Well, where are you going to sleep?
Well, my stuff's on the bunk, so I'm going to sleep on top of my stuff. But, who's this coming in through the thing? It's some kind of half-orc.
Some kind. You weren't saying that at the party.
Oh, God, here we go. I'm taking a side here to Bash now. Why are these orcs always so picky about the way what was your name again?
Snaggletooth.
Snaggletooth, of course, because I thought it was Eddie, because I had it in my mind. This guy's named after some kind of logo, so it's the Michelin Man is Eddie. No. So welcome.
The best.
Welcome to the bunk. I'm sleeping on the top here, so if you want to, your people sleep in corners, right? You sleep standing up. I read this. You like horses, yeah?
No, we sleep on top.
Oh,
I had no idea Michelle Rod-Riguez was a fantasy racist. This is a... What are you doing, Michelle?
I'm just confident.
Colin, not long after the racist comments, can I make his luggage magically disappear?
Hair luggage. I'm a lady.
You can try it. I mean...
Yeah, I would like to...
don't have any spells to do it, but here we go. Screw it.
Casting magic or...
Roll me.
You just, like, waggled your hands like, I'm gonna... And then nothing happens.
Oh.
Like,
what are you waggling your hands for, Holmes?
I'm just saying, like, I don't appreciate that type of talk. Some of my best friends are half-orcs.
I didn't mean to cause any offense. Look, we got off on the wrong foot here. I'm sorry. I'm still a bit hungover from the party last night, and I did pay for this cabin first, and you did say you were going to be, transferring me the money, and no one transferred me the money, so it's awkward if we bring that up now. But let's not talk about that. Let's just get settled in, and then we'll go have a look around the boat. How's that sound, Snaggletooth? That sound good to you?
Why not?
See?
Plenty of things to steal.
As you're getting settled in, you hear like some bashing and like banging around just from outside your cabin.
Oh, Sooth, what do I hear bashing about outside my cabin?
Can I do any kind of sense checks here or perception?
You absolutely can. Let me just... Well, this dice is just turning up shit all the time, but it's not really a hard roll to beat. So like you hear like some grunting and swearing, like, oh fucking, oh bugger, bloody thing, I don't get paid enough for this, rah rah rah, just like general annoyed grumblings from outside.
How many people? One person? Multiple?
3 people.
3 people, it sounds like. So I turn to the guys and I'm like, okay, well, it sounds like there's some sort of commotion going on here. I'm hearing upwards of 3 people, and they seem to be complaining about their wage, and I don't want to get involved in any kind of union disputes.
That's typical elf talk. I am a friend of the workers, and I assume Snaggletooth is as well, just from the look of him.
No, can we go out? Well, can we go out and tell them to shut up and tell them to give their wages to me?
Okay, well that's
You,
one strategy. I'm going to go and try and quiet down, any kind of revolution, and convince them that their bosses are their friends.
You're gonna head outside then?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna go watch this happen as well.
You're going outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you step outside into the corridor, there's like 3 lads carrying this like covered sheet over what looks like a flat box type thing, and they're all fairly like struggling with it. And as you step outside, they go, "Mind your back, mate."
Mind your back. I paid for my quarter. I'm sorry, that was again. I'm slapping at everyone today. I step aside for them. That's what I do. You do you.
And I'm like, so guys, is this heavy? What you're toting here?
Well, it's not feathered, is it?
Okay. Well, I am a magician, and I could probably try and help you levitate it towards where you need to go. If that would be of assistance.
I mean, yeah, that's a huge help. If you want to try
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Let's make a deal. I levitate this. You hook me and my friends up with some nicer quarters. Yeah.
Well, I'd have to speak to the captain about that, but I could see what I could do.
Yeah. Of
I'm
course.
pretty sure you can speak to the captain. Can't
He
you?
said
You can speak to
threateningly.
him, like right now.
Oh, you invoking noble privilege?
Oh. I look at him and I go, look at me. He is the captain now.
Make me a persuasion check, which I'm rolling anyway.
Tell me what the number is when you roll it, Matt, because I like it when people do that.
Rolled a 7 plus your
10.
perception of 3 plus 2 is 5, 18, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, the guy's like, oh, fuck. Well, Captain, what do we do? Where do we move? Where do we move this painting?
Is Matt the captain now?
Matt's
Who's
the captain now.
All right.
To this guy, you're the captain. And by the way, this entire time their arms like shaking because they're just like, this thing is quite heavy and it's, gradually going down as they're talking. And their worldviews are being shaken by the force of your words.
So can we have the painting? Can I put it on Michelle Rod-Riguez's bunk?
We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it.
Where am I going to sleep, guys?
Listen,
Go on it.
I don't know. I know, you're in charge, so you can take it. But you should know that Captain Bird is not going to be happy that his painting has been taken. So you might want to have a word with him. But I don't want to get involved now.
Is Captain Bird the captain of this vessel, or is he just a sea captain who is,
to everyone aboard this, everyone in the involved in running this ship, he's the captain. To this one guy, Snaggletooth is now the captain because he's just, been convinced otherwise. He's not right. He's
he's confused in the head.
He's a paint and carrier aboard a merchant ship.
I don't want to be a shit stirrer here, but how many other working class people are on the ship, and how long would it take for us to convince them all that Snaggletooth is now the captain?
Yeah. What are we looking at mutiny wise?
There's about. It's only a small ship, so there's only about 12 or so people running the thing, not including the 3 officers. Who I didn't know how ships work exactly, so there's a captain, a first mate, and a second mate.
Right, yeah.
I'm assuming that's...
Okay.
And how strong is Matt's perception skill?
Let me just take a look at that. So his persuasion is pretty okay. He's got...
Pretty okay, I like those odds.
+2. It's not as good as you guys' perception, persuasion rather, but, he's pretty,
Let's not risk it.
I'm calling a side huddle. Excuse me, worker man. Okay, so me, Snaggletooth, and Badge are in a side huddle. So
yeah,
I'm sensing some kind of mutiny afoot here. Are we going to take this ship?
Let's put it this way. This is high risk, high rewards, but also high failure. Okay, so if this goes south,
okay,
we're getting thrown off this boat.
Snaggy, what do you say? I assume you want to take a ship.
We can take the ship. There's enough of us, and we've got the 2 dudes who are carrying the painting.
By the way, when you take your little side huddle, like the guy's mate's like, what the fuck, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then he's like, oh, sorry, yeah. And they start wandering off. They've just already, as you look over, they've turned a corner and started going down into the lower decks.
Have they take the painting, or we've got
The painting's gone with them, yeah.
The bastards! That was our painting! Well, we've got to go get that painting. It's just a matter of principle now.
Yeah. I really say we focus on the painting and not taking over the ship.
Well, if the painting leads to taking over the ship, because we've got to go get it from the way.
Well, let's get the painting first.
Yeah.
We'll see. So we run after that painting.
Okay. You follow the guys downstairs to the lower decks, and already you can see that the lighting's gone. It's not as bright down here. There's a few like gas lantern. I don't know if they have gas oil lanterns on the walls, and they're sort of throwing flickering shadows across this long corridor full of debris. And the working guys just up ahead, sort of weaving this painting around all these barrels and stuff.
Right, I've got my hand on my short sword just in case. Okay.
You're ready for action.
Yeah.
At the end of the corridor, Badge and Snaggletooth, you can see two guards who open what looks like a cave, like a barred door, and let the two just open this door for the three guys to go in with this painting. They haven't gone in yet, but the door's open.
Okay, so I rush up to them, and I'm like, sorry, maybe we were getting confused. Captain now wants us to take...
As you rush forward, the guards sort of step in your path.
Oh, I'm like, oh, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Like,
I'm cool.
What do you want?
There's new orders. We have been instructed to accompany these fine gentlemen into the caged area just for extra security, because there are rumblings that someone's trying to cause a mutiny.
It's a mutiny. Mutiny afoot. Let me just roll your perception up. I keep calling it perception.
Persuasion. I did it earlier, don't worry.
That's quite good. You rolled a 12. You've got +5 to your perception, so you've rolled 17. So this guard's like, no one bloody tells us anything round here. In you go then.
Yeah. Am I right? Am I right?
No,
let's wait.
This bloody ship. Tell you what, that captain bird, he's the... Oh.
No.
I don't want to speak, ill of the captain when we're on his boat, but doesn't pay us.
There's no lines of communication.
You see his face as well.
The issue is I can't wait about communication. His orders aren't going to be carried out unless...
And he's ugly.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far. He's still our captain.
Yeah, he's still the captain. Okay. Well, then you go anyway. You just let us know when you're done, and we'll let you out.
Yeah.
Is it just Snaggletooth and Badge? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I assumed it was all of us. Come with us, you fucking idiot.
He said it was just used to, so I'm just hanging back.
No, he said we're the only ones that spotted.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I should have.
You would have followed. I'd run them. You'd have followed.
I'll follow them in, then let's go and get this painting.
Okay. As you go in, you find it's like a little cargo area full of like bits of artwork and there's paintings.
What kind of paintings are they? Postmodern, Renaissance?
Roll for this.
Impressionist. Because I'm an art guy.
They all look quite cubist. They're like a lot of people's noses in the wrong place and eyes in places where they shouldn't be. It's either cubist or it's some kind of like demonic old one type thing. But
I put a hand on Snaggletooth's shoulder and I go, hey, like I'm comparing his face to the cubist painting.
And I look at him like,
yeah, right.
You see, you're beginning to regret, as so many drunken nights have gone by. You're beginning to regret what you did that drunken night and bringing a racist along with you.
Well, you look like an expressionist cubist painting. I'm sorry, he does. I'm not wrong in saying that.
The guards have closed the door, right?
Yeah.
So it's us three and the original two guys.
The original lads. They're looking at you like they're not questioning it because they did overhear you speaking to the guards, and the guards let you in. So it's not like that you're acting like you belong here. So they're not going to question shit.
How many?
How many of them?
Yes.
There's 3.
There's 3.
We ask them where all this stuff's going and why it's all here.
Well, this is all for Ada's folk, innit? It's the Duchesses wants their paintings to do up their new manor, innit?
Duchess, you say? You know, if we side huddle again, guys, side huddle again. You know, if we were like to deliver these to the Duchess's manor, like we could take them now and have paintings in a ship. But if we were inside of a Duchess's manor, oof, Duchess wealth. Come on, guys. You know.
Yeah,
You
but
see what I'm saying here?
the problem is they're gonna notice that the paintings are gone. So I personally don't see any way out of this unless we kill these three guards.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying we stay with the paintings, we deliver them to the Duchess's manor, and then we ransack the place.
Okay, I'd be okay with that.
Snaggletooth?
That's probably better. There's too many guards on the ship for us to take it over in full. So let's go for the
Big score.
prize.
Take possession of all the paintings on there. Okay. So as you're looking around this like all the artwork and sort of assessing what you're assuming now is like your haul you're going to take to the Duchess yourself. Snaggletooth, you notice between like two paintings on the floor, there's this gorgeous golden jeweled box on the ground.
What is there any symbols or anything on there? Are they like religious ones that badge can look at, or?
I'm gonna roll your history so that as you look at it, so you recognize some of the symbols from you. Do you speak? What languages have you got? Yeah, you recognize some of this like gnomish like language, which says like you don't quite know what it says, but you recognize like you've definitely seen these symbols before somewhere, but you can't quite place where from. Did you say you're showing it to Badge as well, or?
Yeah, he knows religious stuff.
Yeah, I inspect that for religious stuff.
So you all get a look at this.
How I feel about it.
But I speak Goblin, and Goblin's pretty much gnome, right? So I can realize it. They're the same, right?
That's like, I can't believe you've ended up with a racist. This is upsetting. So you roll for your religion. You don't recognize them as religious symbols. You think they're more magical than than religious. But in your like growing up as an elf, you have like a bit of familiarity with magic, so you do kind of know that whatever this script is normally placed on is a item of great importance.
Oh shit.
And as you are like sort of turning it around, looking it over, Michelle Rod-Riguez, you notice that there are keyholes in like just places where you wouldn't normally assume there would be keyholes. There's like 3 of them, all sort of spread around aboard this box.
Hey guys, check it out. Keyholes.
So does that symbol appear on anything else that I can see in the hold?
No, it looks as though. Let me just roll. No, it looks like most of this stuff is just like
Art.
Let's just say art, art,
Yeah.
but fancy art, but not
fancy
like
tat.
magical. Fancy tat,
Well,
costume art.
I've got thieves' tools, so I could pick some of these locks, right?
Certainly can.
Well, I don't want the guards to see. How small? How big is it?
How big is the room you're in?
No, the item.
The item. It's like it fits in the palm of your hand, and it feels. There's a bit of weight to it, but not like it's not huge. It just feels like, you like a book basically.
Well, guys, I say we swipe this and take it back to our quarters.
If we take it back, are we going to be able to get back in the room? Like, if we're staying with all these paintings so we can steal them,
Yeah,
do
but
we want to leave them?
if we're gonna try and unlock it, we can't. Well, one of us could distract the guards.
As you look over at the guards, you notice one of them is like, one of them's leaning against the wall, and he looks like his eyes are closed, and you hear.
Okay.
And the other guy is looking at you, but like, not particularly focused. He's sort of just like standing there, just because you're the only things that are moving within this area. So he's just idly looking your way. These guys don't seem like good guards.
Okay.
Basically.
Also, I have the ability to distract people by saying, "Hey, look over there," don't I?
Yeah, you can try. You can do it.
How long does that last for?
Like if you say, "Hey, look over there," like I don't know, like a couple of seconds.
Okay, so
unless they roll like a Moses, like it's like, what am I looking at here? What's going on?
I'm gonna walk over there and distract them, and you guys try and get this lock open.
Okay? Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I go over.
I just stand in front of Michelle Rod-Riguez as well.
Yes, because you're big.
You need your henchness.
Oh, when you say it, it's not racist. Okay, fine. Yeah, all right. Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was just saying things too. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I mumble to myself as I pick this lock.
I go over to the guards, and I say, "Listen, I think it's pretty clear to everyone in this room that you're in love with that guy who's asleep. I am an ordained minister, and if you want to get hitched right here and now, I can make this happen."
He whispers because like he's the other guy's asleep. How did you know?
You can just see it in your eyes, dude. It's the way you look at him, or sometimes don't look at him.
We've been serving together on different ships for years. We grew up together. It's just I don't want to ruin the friendship, you know.
I can see, like I can sense these things. He feels the same. And if you just let this go, then like you're living a half-life.
And he looks over. He looks over at the guy, and you can see like the love that dared not speak his name within his eyes. He's.
And I say, right, okay, let's sit down. You tell me the whole story about when you first met.
Yeah.
While those guys are picking that lock.
Let's leave Molden asleep.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake him up. I don't want to. He's worked hard on this. He just got off one voyage.
Yeah,
he's onto this one. He's perfect. He worked so hard. No one appreciates him.
No.
If we go up to we head upstairs, we can have a chat about this. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. The church might not be for it as a whole, but I'm a different type of minister.
Yeah, I can tell.
So.
I've never met a minister before, but you seem like a different type.
Yeah.
You seem like one of the good ones.
You've left now, and the guy's still asleep.
Yep. Are you trying to pick the lock?
No, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna sneak up to the guy sleeping and stab him in the neck.
I'm gonna roll your stealth check to see if you wake him up.
And it's not a gay thing. I want to make that clear.
Michelle Rod-Riguez, by the way, Michelle Rod-Riguez, the character, not the actress, who is definitely not a bigot. But Michelle Rod-Riguez, the character, is the bigot.
I would have gladly stabbed him if he was a woman and he was in love, and she was in love with the man.
You are like
he resembles, but is legally distinct from the real Michelle Rod-Riguez.
Nobody can sue us. It's fine. You rolled like ridiculously high on your stealth, so you've snuck up. I'm gonna roll your attack roll, see if you hit him. He's asleep. Yeah, you hit him and
like sleeping, do you, motherfucker? That's his neck.
With my dice. All right.
I'll lick the blood off the blade.
An extra d6 for your.
And I look over at Snaggletooth while I'm holding him by the head, and like the blood's pumping out. I'm like, you want any of this? No, you want a piece of this? You good?
That's not cool, dude. It's his wedding day.
Well, he only has 10 hit points. You've done 12 points of damage, so you've just like, you sneak up and you just right under his ribs and
sleep on the job. You know?
He looks up like thunk.
Can we say that the guy who I've taken upstairs' name is Barry? And just before
his name, I wrote down the name of everyone aboard this ship because I was prepared. His name is Fazil.
Fazil's got a long conversation coming his way.
It's like, he just, hello, that sounds like a god fainting.
So as Liam stabs the guy's like,
Michelle Rod-Riguez.
Fazil.
I promise Fazil that I'll pass on his last message to his love, but I won't. I'm
You're
like,
with the angels now.
I'm writing it down, Michelle. Sure. I'm still,
You're dead.
I'm still looking over to Snaggletooth like he's totally into this.
You're like doing
And
that
he's
thing
not,
from
and he's not.
Smoking Aces where you're moving his mouth like, no, it's okay. I forgive you. I love you, Fezzel. So you've murdered somebody.
I'm
That's
a
on
card.
your
Michelle Rodriguez
conscience.
is a card.
Michelle Rodriguez has murdered, who again, the character, not the actress, not the real world person, is just murdered a guard. Snaggletooth, what are you doing at the moment? Are you?
I scold Michelle Rodriguez for killing the guy on his wedding day.
Is he gonna yell at him or yell at her rather? Or
Thank you for respecting my pronouns.
Get to yell at her.
how dare you?
Chastise him for this.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I misread the room. I thought you wanted me to do it because you're a bloodthirsty orc. I was just trying to get back into good graces. You know, again, put it behind us. Let's move on.
If we wanted to kill him, we would have killed him when he was in the corridor carrying the painting.
I'm sorry. I thought we were just waiting to get him in a separate space so I could sneak up on him. He was asleep. He was asleep. Listen. Badge isn't here. There's a box here that's got to be opened. Whatever's in there between you and me, no.
Or you could have spent the time stabbing the guy in the neck, or in the chest, or in the ribs, or opening the fucking box.
Yeah, I can apologize all day. It's not going to unstab that guy. Can I open this fucking box? Or
Mistakes were made. Yeah, you're gonna try and pick the lock on the box.
Open the box.
Let me try.
And I'm trying to open it, and I've got in my head this really unjust opinion of Snaggletooth, and I was like, what's this guy's problem? Oh, fucking...
Think you know a guy. So you know you get your like lockpicks into one of the keyholes, and you're like trying to fiddle around with it. You know yourself. You've picked a lot of locks in your past. You know you know how it feels when you like hit that sweet spot and it clicks open. You hit the sweet spot and like you've done it perfectly. You go in, you hear the click, you try and open it, and still like there are locks all over this thing, and you realize it's like a puzzle lock type thing.
So you can Michelle Rodriguez does not do puzzle locks.
Picking one lock, because you rolled quite high with that, you notice that picking one lock locks another one.
I'm no longer interested in this box. I drop it on the ground.
Throw it on the ground.
Snaggletooth, you want to stomp on it or something? And
I'm gonna steal it. It might come in useful later.
Just take it. Badge, as you go upstairs with Bezel, he's like talking about how much he loves Molden so much. The other week there was a kitten. It came aboard one of the ships he was on, and he nursed that kitten back to health. And as he's speaking to you, and your eyes are kind of glazing over a little bit, the boat rocks to one side all of a sudden.
Okay.
Everyone that feels the boat just sort of jolt to one side. So everybody make me a... It's like easy to do if other people are rolling for themselves, but I'm gonna roll acrobatics. I'm gonna roll dex saves for everybody. So
tell me the numbers.
Snaggletooth, you fall over and like you don't hurt yourself, but you just like suddenly you're on the ground. Michelle Rodriguez.
Announce the numbers as you roll them, Matt.
13 plus
13.
6 is 19. So you manage to stay on balance. You like, you don't really need to grab anything. You're just, fine. And Quinny, you got a 16 plus 2, 18. So you as well. You're fine. It's a really big like jolt, but you managed to hold on to your feet. And
how is Rizzle doing?
Rizzle, he just goes backwards, and because you're going upstairs at the time, he just tumbles down the stairs and cracks his head, and as he looks up, he sees the dead body of his lover, and he just lets out this heartbreaking wail. Ah, no!
Can I quickly shoot him with my longbow?
You're gonna try and shoot him with it?
Yeah, because he needs to shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'm into this, by the way. I'm not into the killing of people. Just want to put that out, but I'm into you guys just murdering people for fun. At least at this stage. So you rolled a 14.
My murder was strategic. I want that on record.
Mine's strategic.
What did you just stab him like I did? You were fucking standing over him with a crossbow.
Damage-wise, you have done 7 plus your dexterity 9 points of damage. So he's not dead, but you've hit him like in the liver. He's like, oh no! He's like, and he's just bleeding out all over the floor.
Okay, I want to quickly run down the stairs and just stamp on his face.
I'm gonna quickly do an initiative for both of you to see who. So he got a 15.
Oh.
His dexterity is +0. He's
I
not
might
great.
need your help here, guy.
So I'm yelling, is that guy dead yet, Bash?
You rolled a, let's see it, natural 20.
Woo!
So you've got there first. So you get the first.
Okay.
You're gonna, how are you killing him?
I'm gonna stamp on his face like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. Fucking shine box.
Be in love, will you? Yeah, well, because you rolled a 20, I'm just gonna say that happens, and you just crunch, and he's dead. So you've murdered 2 lovers. You're off to a good start.
Afterwards, I'm like, and then I look up and I see the other guy, and I'm like, what the fuck?
He came at me. He came at me out of nowhere, man. It had to be done. What the fuck with your guy?
He needed to shut up.
Why is there an arrow in him? Who put the arrow in him?
Me, because
Why did you put an arrow in him?
He was wailing. He was gonna get the guards from outside.
We don't have time to do this. We're in the middle of a storm.
You hear like a massive creak. It just sounds like and then the side walls of the ship water starts seeping in and floating upwards. As you look up at the waters, as it touches one of the paintings, like all the paint just starts falling off and just all in the water. And you kind of realize these paintings are just, I mean, they were good quality forgeries, but they are fake as they are.
Oh shit!
They're designed to look good.
So cross.
The Duchess is not going to be happy with this.
There's something
Duchess,
underneath.
guys, the Duchess.
You're going to take a look?
Yeah.
Underneath? So you sort of look through. It's just bare canvas underneath.
Okay.
Clearly, this is like from the investigation check I am rolling for you now. It's a 19. You kind of put together the fact that these are like the Duchess must have ordered some paintings from.
This is a big con shop.
Yeah, and
you know that would explain why the tickets were so cheap.
Yeah,
you know.
And they just bobbed it off with forgeries. So
I won mine in the card game.
I know you didn't. I paid for them all.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
And I'm still waiting for the cash back, but that's not the time because we are going to drown. So
yeah, the water.
I grabbed Snaggletooth because I naturally assume he can't swim because everyone knows half-orcs can't swim. I'm like, Snaggletooth, come on, we got to get out of here, man.
Can I use the 2 dead guards as a flotation device?
Oh, genius.
Let me see.
You're not bloated enough to float, yeah?
So everyone keeps rolling 19, so you grab hold of these guys under both arms because you're quite strong anyway.
Like fucking armbands.
You've got like 2 flotation devices, 2 star-crossed lovers who are now your flotation devices.
Which, if they weren't dead, we wouldn't be able to use, so you're welcome for the one that I killed.
So really, it was fine that you murdered these people for a reason. You've got flotation devices now.
Who's
Awesome.
got the thing? Was it a locker? The thing with the locks?
I picked it up.
You got the box.
Okay, so someone's got the box.
Because someone threw it away.
As long as the box is safe.
Yeah. Just
guys, what's in the bag?
In the bag.
And I'm like, anyone seen that movie, guys?
that bardic play.
Can we
bardic
roll?
play of known as 7.
Can we roll to see if they've actually seen this? And I need to read the room.
6. So they're just looking at you like
they haven't seen it.
No.
You've not seen 7? Oh, with Morgan Freeman and that guy from Fight Club. Oh, guys. Water's getting higher as I'm going. Guys, it's so good.
just blocking it away.
I just kind of read Psalms for fun.
Oh, we're party guy. Okay,
So while Michelle Rod-Riguez is kind of blocking the stairwell, telling you all about this play she saw, the water's at knee level.
Okay, so we need to get up the stairs.
Kevin Spacey's in it too, and we're going up the stairs. Kevin Spacey's a fantastic actor, and I assume a great human being.
Oh.
So you're heading up.
We're heading up. Upwards how?
As you head up the stairs and you feel like the boat rocks again, Not as hard this time, but still like jolts you about, and you just hear more pops and cracks as the whole of the ship starts breaking apart. You get up to the top deck, and you can already see like some of the other passengers have kind of jumped into a lifeboat. The crew are trying to organise like a women and children first type thing, but it's not going.
Michelle Rod-Riguez.
It's not going their way because people just push their way through. It's a bit anarchy. A couple of people have been trampled on. The top mast has snapped, and it's just gone completely. You're entirely rudderless. The sky that you thought was quite a nice day when you got on is now clouded, and there's blasts of lightning and thunder.
Lightning, you say?
Everywhere. Yeah. Lightning up ahead.
Why you've got a big deal about lightning?
Because I can summon a shit ton of lightning at a moment's notice.
And do what with it? We're gonna ride the lightning out of here. We're gonna Metallica our way out of this situation. Are we, Lars?
But as you can see, at the very side of the ship, away from all the scrambling people, there's 3 people. You can see one guy's like in a fancy admiral's outfit that doesn't fit him. He's got like a scar on his face and like one eye a different colour to the other one. Small hairy guy with an eye patch and a hooked hand and a half-orc, and the 3 of them are loading boxes onto a lifeboat, which looks much nicer than the other lifeboats. And Michelle Rod-Riguez, as you look over, the boxes that they're loading onto the lifeboat are the same type as the ones that you found in the hold earlier on. So a bunch of very similar things.
So we need to get ourselves on that lifeboat.
So I say to the guys, guys, okay, we've got to talk to these 3 dudes over here and talk our way onto this boat. So I'll take the guy with the eye patch, because I've got an eye patch. That's something for us to talk about. Badge, you can take the fella with the scar on his face and stuff. So I guess Snaggletooth, that leaves you with the half-orc. So you can talk about half-orc stuff, right? That just happened naturally. That just happened naturally. I'm sorry. If you want to talk to the eye patch guy, that's cool. But you don't know eye patch stuff like I know eye patch stuff.
Are you heading over to these guys, or
does everyone agree with my sound plan? Yeah.
I think we've got a better plan.
Well, go on.
So as we go over, I summon a ball of fire.
Nice.
And we're like, everyone, back the fuck up! Back the fuck up! You want some of this? Back the fuck up right now! Hands on the ground.
There were some guards approaching. As you were like, and as you pop the fire, they back off. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, damn straight. I'm crazy, yo.
They look back over their shoulder to the 3 people, and the guy with the scar on his face and the admiral's jacket, just as he squints at you, because it's raining, the rain's starting to fall now, it's really heavy. He squints at you. One of his eyes is big, and the other one is small. And he's he waves his hands, kill them, and jumps onto the lifeboat.
We could have been on that lifeboat.
So the guards draw their swords, and in the middle of a pitched battle on top of on the deck of a ship in the middle of a storm.
Oh my god, the atmosphere,
you have your first combat. As soon as I can get these books and get their stats.
Yes, books and combat, they go hand in hand.
I keep saying everyone roll me initiative, but you guys don't have dice, so
Matt, we could have used roll 20.
You can use roll if you wanted. It would be much easier if you
we'll do that next time
for yourselves. But let me just. I bought. I've tried to buy sticky notes yesterday to mark this up with all the stats that I need, and I've had to use bits of paper instead because I forgot to buy some.
This will all be getting caught out on the broadcast, right?
Idiot.
No, it's all going in.
All going in. All part of the magic.
What's it all?
How long have we been recording?
Ooh. It doesn't say, but I would think coming up on 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. So that means we can put an ad break in there, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, after this fight, you could just cut an ad break and then...
Well, we'll do it before the fight, because the fight's a good place to start the next episodes.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to roll initiative for these. There are 3 guards.
So I'm still standing here with my long sword, but I suppose I should have a short sword if it's going to be like in a crowded space, isn't it?
It's up to you. You can use whatever weapon you want.
Well, it becomes
roll,
very turn-based now, right? We can't just improv.
Yeah, I'll sort of demonstrate how combat works. So one of them got a 6 initiative. The other one got a 20. And the other one got 5. So there's 3 guards, and now you guys. And I will roll. So, Snaggletooth, you got 13.
Yeah, can we use the morning stars?
This
Can we
one,
hit 2 of them?
absolutely.
You can't swing a morning star around on a boat with fleeing people.
You absolutely can. If that's what you want to do,
Gonna
go
get
ahead.
struck by lightning.
Michelle Rod-Riguez got a 24, so
Yeah, she did.
she is at the top of the round at the moment. And Badge has got a 6, so he is at the same level as the first guard, so he will go before him. Okay. Michelle Rodriguez, you're in a boat. There's lightning raging in the distance. The rain is battering the ship like hail. It's also got hail in it too, why not? And 3 guards are approaching you with their swords drawn. What are you doing?
I withdraw my short sword and I say, "All hands on deck, motherfucker!" And then I approach them with a rage.
One of them says, "What?" It's raining quite heavily. You roll a 5 plus your 6, which is your proficiency. Their armor class is 12, so you rolled a 11. I am going to say, because that's almost a hit, that you just you swing, and as you swing, the boat lurches to the side, and it just knocks your swing off just enough.
What manner of wizardry is this?
You whip off a chunk of his hair, but you don't hit him and do any damage, unfortunately. Next up is the guard that you attacked. He is going to... He's going to use his movement to draw his sword, and he rolls... he misses you entirely.
Aha!
So he draws and swings, and you nimbly hop back and completely miss.
And I say, "What's the matter? First time on a poop deck?"
Oh, you motherfucker! That was going to be my line.
Just use all the fun lines now. Snaggletooth, what are you doing?
Can we run in with the 2 morning stars?
Absolutely can. Are you going to try and hit 2 guards or 1 guard with both?
We'll try and hit 2 guards, seeing as they can't really hit anything, like Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay.
Your
Look down.
So your first morning star does it hits, so that is a 1d8 plus 5. That's 6 plus 5. It's his points is 11. Add 5 to that. Okay, so the first guard you run in and you just whoomph and just shatter his head. He is just
Oh shit! One
gone.
down.
The other one is a hit as well. So with your offhand, which you can't add your strength to it, but it's still, unless you get a feat later on. That does 5 plus 5, 10. He has 11 hit points. The other one, you hit him in the gut, and he it bounces off his armor, but he doubles over in pain, oh my god.
When he's on the
Ribs
floor,
broken.
I say, "Hey, what's the story? Morning star glory."
So
Oasis.
the guy.
Oasis.
Nice. Badge, what are you doing?
Okay, so what was this thing you were telling me about where I can do it, but it takes up my turn and it's a defensive?
Blade Ward, you can, because you're a high elf, you get this cantrip at first level, so you can just do a quick thing in the air, and anything that hits you does half damage till the next turn. You also have fire in your hands if you want to do something with that.
Oh yeah, forgot about the fire in his hands.
And this big fuck off lightning strike I can do?
Yep.
Am I impervious to that?
You kind of pushed it
Are
outwards.
we impervious to that?
Yeah, you both Snaggletooth and Michelle Rodriguez are in range of it if you wanted to use it. So it's if you want to do that, you'd hit them as well. It's up to you.
Okay, so I'm going to, if this is allowed, I'm going to immediately crouch down and touch my ball of fire to the wood of the floor.
Okay, yeah.
Set fucking fire to the floor.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely allowed. You crouch down, you touch the fire, like the fire.
I plunge the fire into the floor.
Plunge it in there, and it ignites the boat in front of you.
But they're standing on.
Out of the
I'm
boat.
setting fire to the boat on which I stand.
That is some hardcore fucking metal shit right there.
Elves.
And as I say, you ain't realized I'm loco. And then I do it.
I mean, you don't need to say it. Like, you can say it, but you don't need to. Your actions
No,
kind of prove that you are
Yeah.
you're fucking off your nut anyway. But the guard that Snaggletooth like bashed, he's like, he backs off. He is like starts limping away. He wants no part of this anymore because he's backing away. Both Snaggletooth and Michelle Rod-Riguez, if you choose to, can have a reaction to hit him as he runs away.
I mean, we've got to hit him. Right?
Either one of you can do it, or both of you can do it. It's up to you.
I say both.
Has the pike got a longer range than his broadswords?
He is like he's got like his scimitar like sort of down by his feet. He's not really threatening you with it anymore, which is why you can get that extra attack on him if you choose to. You don't have to, but you have the option.
Well, I want to murder more people.
So what's going on with my fire? Do I need to wait and?
It's spreading, but like a combat round's only like 6 seconds, so you just hit it down like fire, so it's hasn't quite spread out yet. So Michelle Rod-Riguez, you said you were gonna hit him.
Yep.
Because he's in range of, because he's next to Snaggletooth as well. You can use your sneak attack on him as well, and it's a hit. So you roll. You know, it doesn't matter. He's got 1 hit point. He's dead. As he backs away, you like stab him through the neck, and he's down.
Cha-cha!
The third and final guard is like throws down his sword and is like, "Whoop, no," and backs off. Meanwhile, as like this is all going on, the other lads have jumped in the lifeboat with the boxes and are starting to saw through the ropes holding it to the deck, and the boat's on fire as fuck.
Yeah, I regret the fire now. Considering how easy those guards were to dismantle, I regret the fire.
Well, it's good that you're thinking like creatively and stuff. So, unless it goes back to the top of the round with Michelle Rod-Riguez, you have an option to chase this guy down if you choose to. But he's out your way.
You know me, I love murdering folk, but the boat is on fire, so we do need to find a scapegoat for ourselves, don't we?
Meanwhile, so I keep saying meanwhile, but like the officers are like soaring through the lifeboat on their end. There's another lifeboat nearby their one.
Well,
empty.
I commandeer that.
Yeah,
you taking that
we
one?
should all jump in that.
Taking that one, cool. As you jump in, they sort of again the guy like squints at you with one eye bigger than the other one. And it's like just starts shaking his fist, like, kill my guards, will you? And then their boat like falls in, and because of the mist and the rain, you just see it fall into what looks like nothingness. As this is all going on, your boat just drops completely into the water. I'll close this so you don't need the stats anymore. And you just hit the water and bounce upward, like bounce around on this just absolutely raging sea. I'm rolling your athletics checks to like as you're like rowing it to try and see if you can hold the boat upright. Yeah, you start like keeping the like this thing like rowing the boat and you can manage to keep it upright, but it's spinning all over the place. The wind is just battering this boat. You can only see a few inches in front, like a few feet in front of you. All you can see is just darkness and rain, until the sky cracks with lightning, and you see hovering over the boat this huge winged shape, just wafting its wings above. And you hear like a loud roar as it like roars to the sky, lightning flashes outwards, and then darkness.
Oh shit.
Darkness and rain.
Okay. So I would comment on that, something along the lines of, the fuck? Anyone else see that, guys? Guys?
So that's in front of our little lifeboat or the big boat?
By the big boat, you've actually been pushed a fair distance away now because of the wind and the currents.
Okay.
Rolling your athletics checks again. It's an 8, 17, and a 2. It's an 8, 17, and a 2. So, both Michelle Rodriguez and Badge are like bashing the water, trying to keep this thing. Snaggletooth's got 2 oars, and he's like single-handedly keeping the boat upright. But you guys are like just cannot seem to get this boat to go where you want it to, and you're just gradually but you're getting like pushed across the ocean at just speeds you really can't. You really feel ill. You're going that quickly.
I'm looking at my character sheet to see if there's anything I can do about this.
I don't think there is. I don't think we have any water survival skills.
I have survival skills.
Yep.
I don't know what I can do with them though.
Well, what do we do? How do we stop? We can't stop this. We just need to find somewhere to drive this boat to.
The lightning cracks again, and just in the distance, you can see like it's as you're hurtling towards what looks like a beach.
Oh shit, that'll do.
And you are getting pushed towards it at incredible speed. At first, you're like, "Oh, it's a beach! Awesome, we're saved." Then you realize you're coming on this beach really quickly. The ocean is pushing you guys
Michelle Rodriguez does not trust
fast.
the ocean, guys. Something is afoot.
I don't think any of you guys should be trusting the ocean after your traumatic experience on this boat.
Okay, I set fire to
years.
Don't set fire to another goddamn boat.
You just said you didn't trust
The ocean. Set fire to the ocean, yeah, not the boat. Listen, the boat's being pulled to there. There's nowhere else for us to go. We've got to accept that's what's going to happen, but we should arm the fuck up before we get there, right?
Okay, so I like plunge towards with the fireball, and Michelle Rodriguez is like, no. I'm like, okay.
No fire.
Hurry.
No
That
fire.
last time.
We've just got to get ready for shit to get Normandy-esque when we reach this beach.
Brace for impact, I guess.
Okay, I fire wildly with my longbow in the general direction of the beach.
Okay. As you fire your longbow, and you think it's like sort of on target, and you like fire it, but the wind takes it and just veers it way past where you were aiming for.
Okay,
nice
I wait
shooting,
and I go, shit, I missed.
And by this time, you like smash into the beach, and on a roll to see who is able to stay on their feet. First for Snaggletooth. Snaggletooth, you managed to like land in a roll on this beach and come up on your feet like without unharmed. Michelle Rodriguez, you got a 1. The critical fail. So like you try and jump out the boat and trip up on it, and you just go tangling around and
Help me, Snaggletooth! You're my best friend!
you take a point of damage from hitting the beat really hard. And
This is... gonna help me out.
like the automatic success. So you like jump out the boat and with one hand sort of flip out and cartwheel perfectly onto your feet.
And I'm looking at Badge now, like... I've suffered incredible damage. I need your magic. Please, I'm dying.
Has he taken like actual damage?
1 point of damage.
Okay. So
1 point more than anyone else.
Is anyone left in the boat, in the little lifeboat?
You look out into the ocean and all you can see is flames far in the distance as the boat, like, you did that. You set the boat on fire.
I nudge Snaggletooth and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's my idea.
Is anyone going to help me up?
It's a hard pass on that one.
Fine, I'll stand myself up.
So you're on a
Can we
beach.
help him up and then like drop him?
Whoops! Oh, I don't know. No, I must have slipped. Sorry. You absolutely can do that, yeah.
So we're all out of the lifeboat now, right?
You're all the lifeboat. The lifeboat is like broken smashed into smithereens.
Okay.
The rain is still blasting down on you, like it's freezing cold. It's
Okay,
just
this is a desert island we're stuck on now in the middle of nowhere.
Natural 20 on your perception. You through the haze of mist and rain, off in the north on the western side of the, well, you don't know the side, but you off in the distance you can see
I've got a compass, don't I?
trees. Well, yeah, you can. So it's off in the west of of this island. You can see
definitely the west, guys. Carry on.
Trees, and also there's trees up ahead. There's also a what looks like a pier on the right with a little cabin on it. Like the cabin has already just been hit by lightning. There's like smoke around one of the holes in the ceiling. There's a couple of there's like fishing poles that have been snapped off in the force of the wind nearby as well.
I see all that and I ignore it and I say, well, this island is clearly, uninhabited, and I guess there's only one way to populate it. So.
Marry them all. Perform weddings.
I'm like, let's get this show on the road.
The marriage show or the fucking for survival show? Because the 2 tickets I'm not interested in buying right now.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not heinous. I'm not going to have sex with someone before marriage. Like,
okay.
Good religious
Michelle.
boy.
Yeah.
But you realize, well, the wind and the rain are not really conducive to fucking for survival.
Okay. So we're going to go and invest.
You don't know how I fuck for survival.
Plan B.
In the rain.
Okay, we'll say plan B. We're going to go and investigate this cabin.
Yes. I found it, so I say we investigate it.
Do you all agree to go into the cabin? Snaggletooth, you into that as well? Or?
Yeah, we'll go to the cabin. It's, even though there's trees, they're still not going to provide lots of shelter. We go to the cabin, no matter how janky it is.
Yeah.
You head into the cabin. There was water pouring through the roof anyway before lightning blasted holes in the ceiling. Inside, there's enough room for you guys all to stand in there. There's like shelves of buckets, and the buckets have got little worms and like stuff they can use for bait. And there's also I'm gonna roll for your investigation. 17. Yeah. So you'll find like there's buckets of fish as well. Like someone's had a pretty good catch that day and just abandoned it because of the storm.
Is there a couch or somewhere I can sit down?
There is an old like rattan chair.
I sit on
the
the old
bottom
rattan
has
chair.
fallen out.
Well,
It's not very comfortable.
I attempt to sit on the old rattan chair just so I can make this reference, and I say, "What a dump!" And it falls on deaf ears, and I look around. And I'm like, "Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? You guys not watch plays?" And it was a lot of effort to go through. But like Michelle Rod-Riguez is the kind of person that needs to let people know that she knows these kind of things.
Let them all know that you know the reference.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I guess I pick up a fish, and I'm just like, well, there's dinner tonight anyway.
Fine mess you've gotten us into, fishy.
So this whole cabin's empty.
It's empty. There's enough room for you guys to stand up and stuff, but there's a hole in the ceiling. It's not comfortable. There's no like glass in the windows. It's like very uncomfortable and cold.
So it is a dump. So I was right in my reference.
The rain's still kind of coming in. You can take shelter here if you want, but it's not comfortable.
It's going to be it's going to be more comfortable than on the beach, right?
Well, Matt's got Snaggletooth's got survival skills, and we've got fish here. So
I only need 4 hours sleep.
Can I put the bucket under one of the holes in the roof?
Ooh, that's good thinking.
Let's have a look.
Way to fix a hole where the rain gets in, Ringo.
Then, I'm gonna call that strength. For
very big bucket.
Yeah, for trying to wedge it in. You managed to wedge it into the hole, and it catches some, not all the rain, but it catches some of it, makes it a bit more comfortable for you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
So this place isn't looking as shitty anymore, so we could theoretically stay inside now.
Forever, if you wanted to.
I smell a sitcom!
You said you're going to be an adventuring party, now you're fishermen, you know.
Now, I don't really say anything, but I'm looking down at my hands like this, like I'm disturbed. And it's because, though I've had the ability to use fire my whole life, I've mostly used it for threats. And on the boat, that was the first time I've ever really set fire to something. And it gave me such a rush of power and feeling like in charge. I'm actively having to fight off the urge to set fire to this house right now.
Okay.
Like, don't say anything. I'm just like...
Okay, then I do one of my famous asides with my good friend Snaggletooth. And I'm like, hey, Snaggletooth, you think Badge is okay? He's looking a bit funny over there, right?
If he's got the need to set fire to something, can we make him cook the fish?
Good thinking, Snaggletooth. Hey, Badge, you know much about fish cookery?
Only that the hotter they are, the tastier they become.
That makes you the chef. Let's have a fish fry, guys.
I alleviate my arsonist impulses.
Yeah, we've directed his impulses to something more productive. You know.
Yeah.
We're a team.
You're already getting that team working.
Yeah, but I definitely have an erection while I do it.
I didn't assume otherwise, to be honest.
Okay, so can we set up a fire inside this house to sit around? That doesn't sound like a good idea. So.
Let me roll for the structural integrity of the cabin. That's a 17. So yeah, you've managed to sort of ward the fire in the holes in the ceiling, kind of keep the smoke from burning you guys alive.
There's a nice fire in the center of the room. It's cozy.
You got
the
food.
Rains. We're cozy. We've got food.
You can wait it out here.
Badge is kicking it up. And I say, hey guys, look at us.
Who would have thought?
Who'd have thought, huh? We started off as such a mismatched trio, and now look at us.
And I just say, all that luggage you left on the top bunk is...
Oh, my luggage! It's down in the ocean now! Oh!
It belongs to the sea.
Reclaimed, back from the ocean from whence it came.
Well, once you guys Vimo me the money that you owe me for the tickets, which again we can talk about later, I'll buy some of that stuff back. So we're sitting and we're eating fish.
Yeah, you guys, you can rest here for a bit, and Michelle, you can get your hit point back.
All right.